This is the first Monday of the second week. We have kicked off pretty well. We didn't quite get as much done as I'd hoped, or perhaps we'd hoped, on the player movements on day one. But we've gone through a lot of teething troubles to get where we are. So while we haven't got the placeholder in right now, tomorrow we will have, and that's a good base. Like, even if we just get it all done this week, that's a good thing. So I'm not too fussed. Roper's tools are fantastic. I'm now set up with Unity Pro and all the tools that I need. Ewan is the same. He is currently using a program called Spine to do the animations, set up the skeletons, all that sort of thing with placeholder whatnots. And I spent a little bit of time today also gathering some boss reference. We're going down like a hopefully humorous but also hopefully pretty cool route with some of the bosses. We don't want to necessarily tread on any copyright toes, but we can have some fun with sort of origin stories and all that kind of thing. Spent quite a lot of time with Gavin today, working out some more musical stuff. He hit a bit of a writer's block, but we're going to push through it. And instead we switched to getting some sound effects done. So we got some nice chunky bass sound effects in, and we're going to work through that whole list so that basically we've got kind of one of everything ready for the next 2 weeks of work, movement and combat. And then one thing we did hit upon was the fact that we're switching from Perforce. Basically every time we synced, it just refused, even on like a force sync all files, it would just it refused to update properly. So when Roper was trying to get me the tools and things set up in Unity, they just weren't turning up, which is kind of rubbish when you think about it, and can't really move forward with an unreliable syncing system. As a result, we've moved to Tortoise SVN, and everything seems hunky-dory from the word go. We did have probably an hour and a half of setback where Perforce had been a bit naughty and synced to the wrong versions before we got rid of it. Yes, we should have backed up, but luckily I believe only a couple of little bits, including one or two of the little tools, were affected. But it's all good, we're safe, and we're back on form for full steam ahead tomorrow. It's exciting because I finally get to get some balancing work done. We get to play with all the variables and the stats that we've set up. No doubt there's a few we haven't thought of, or a few things that we can help finesse the player movement specifically initially, and then the player combat. I am referencing basically most Mario games, but particularly 3D ones in terms of how I want the player to move around and feel. It's got to be an interesting and rewarding experience before you start engaging with the rest of the gameplay. So I'm going to work to basically creating the main character who will be the base, like the generic sort of Ryu or Ken character of the sort of balanced spectrum, and then we'll work out from there and tweak to some of the more varied and unique characters that are going to feature in the game. So without wanting to spoil anything, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow's going to be an exciting day. It's a bit of a half day for me, half happy, half spilt milk, but we tend to work these things out quite well. And I'm also doing a live stream with Mike Bethel for student members of Yuki on game design, so hopefully that'll go well. I'll let you know. And I'm going to have lunch with Moo and Mike beforehand, so it'll be good to catch up. He's a fellow indie dev. No doubt you know Mike Bethel, but Moo Yu is a very talented programmer of quite some years' experience. He came over from America. He's done some work at Mind Candy most recently, but I believe he struck out on his own. But anyway, yes, he's a good chap. Be good to pick his brain and see what he's up to. Last time I heard, it was his project was based on something we both hold very dearly to our sort of childhoods growing up with games, so it'd be interesting to find out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and that's day 6, official day 6 down, and I think we were going rather well actually. Very, very proud of the team, but don't tell them I told you that because they'll get big egos. Anyway, yes, that's it. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.